Night at the Museum 3. Well, the first one was hilarious. The second one was an obvious cash grab and terrible. Let's see how the third one is. Night at the Museum 3, directed by Shawn Levy, the same guy who directed the first two Night at the Museums. I only have the first one because the second one is terrible. Let's talk about these movies and the premise. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I only want to focus on the third one. The premise of these movies is that Ben Stiller plays the security guard at the New York Natural History Museum named Larry Daly, and his job is to keep an eye on the exhibits at night, and every night these exhibits come to life because there is this tablet from Egypt, part of the Akhmun-Ra exhibit. Apparently this tablet has the ability to keep Akhmun-Ra immortal, and it could also bring these exhibits to life, and that is a great premise, seeing exhibits like Attila the Hun, these cavemen, this little monkey named Dexter, and the late great Robin Williams playing Teddy Roosevelt, a statue of Sacagawea coming to life, and these little men played by Steve Coogan and Owen Wilson, Octavius and Jebediah. That's a pretty cool part of the movie too, and it was just fun watching the first movie and seeing these figures come to life. The second movie is just a obvious cash grab that takes place in the Washington D.C. Natural History Museum, and it's just a terrible movie. I don't want to go into too much detail about it. With the third one, this one takes place in London. Larry Daly and the exhibits have to go to London in order to fix the tablet. Apparently the tablet's starting to lose its energy, and when they find out the origins behind the tablet from the previous security guard played by Dick Van Dyke, who was in the first movie, apparently they have to go to London in order to find Akhmun-Ra's parents. His father is played by Ben Kingsley. I don't know who plays his mother in the movie, but anyway, they have to fix the tablet there in order to make sure these statues can continue to come to life every night. And this is just a pretty good movie. I did like this movie. The whole thing with bringing the exhibits in London to life was done pretty well, with the figure of Lancelot coming to life, played by Dan Stevens. He was pretty good in the movie, and seeing this Hydra-like statue come to life, or a snake demon come to life, that was kind of fun, and it was just a pretty fun movie, and I really do like this. The negatives about this movie, you have Larry Daly taking his son along because his son was part of the first two movies, and obviously because this movie's a kid's movie, now his son is all grown up and just about 17, I guess, and he wants to be a DJ and go to Spain for about a year, and it's just, that whole subplot was not done right. If they wrote it differently, maybe in line with the movie being about natural history, maybe make the boy want to be a historian, that might have been more better, but because they wanted to make it more generic, it's just so dumb, the way they did it. And also, if you notice, the kid is now played by different actors. It kind of sucks, because it might have been cool to see the same actor play the boy through all three movies. Whatever. I did like the fact that there's no cliche love interest really in this movie for Ben Stiller. I did like that. But then that brings us to the sort of stupid subplot where you have the caveman, Larry Daly, having a little possible romance with the security guard from London. It was just so stupid, but at the same time it's pretty funny as well. And there is a moment, and during the possible ending before the little epilogue, there's a moment where you get to say goodbye to Robin Williams as Larry's saying goodbye to Teddy Roosevelt. That is very nice. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a B. Definitely check this movie out.